Jasher 82. The last one I read with you guys was 81. So in 82, the children of Yasharel proceeded from Rephidim, and they encamped in the wilderness of Sinai in the 3rd month from their going forth from Mizraim. And at that time came Reuel the Midiani, the father-in-law of Moshe, with Zipporah his daughter and her 2 sons, for he had heard the wonders of Yahuwah, which he had done in Yasharel, that he had delivered them from the hand of Mizraim. And Reuel came to Moshe in the wilderness where he was encamped, where was the mountain of Elohim. And Moshe went forth to meet his father-in-law with great honor, and all Yasharel was with him. And Reuel and his children remained amongst Yasharel for many days. And Reuel knew Yahuwah from that day forward. Hey! And in the 3rd month from the children of Yasharel's departure from Mizraim, on the 6th day thereof, Yahuwah gave to Yasharel the 10 Devarim, words or commandments, on Mount Sinai. And all Yasharel heard all these commandments, and all Yasharel rejoiced exceedingly in Yahuwah on that day. And the glory of Yahuwah rested upon Mount Sinai. And he called unto Moshe, and Moshe came in the midst of a cloud and ascended the mountain. And Moshe was upon the mount 40 days and 40 nights, and he ate no bread and drank no water. And Yahuwah instructed him in the commandments. One moment, let me. What are y'all barking at? There ain't nobody but the neighbors. Go lay down. Sorry, y'all. Dogs barking at the neighbors. I don't know what their problem is. Same neighbors we've had for ever since we've been here. So I'll start at 9 again. And Moshe was upon the mount 40 days and 40 nights. He ate no bread and drank no water. And Yahuwah instructed him in the commandments and judgments in order to teach the children of Yasharel. And Yahuwah wrote the 10 Davarim, which he had commanded the children of Yasharel upon 2 sapphire stones, which he gave to Moshe to command the children of Yasharel. And at the end of 40 days and 40 nights, when Yahuwah had finished speaking to Moshe on Mount Sinai, when Yahuwah gave to Moshe the sapphire stones written with the finger of Elohim, and when the children of Yasharel saw Then Moshe tarried to come down from the mount. They gathered around Aaron and said, As for this man Moshe, we know not what has become of him. Now therefore rise up, make us an Elohim who shall go before us, so that you shall not die. So they threatened Aaron. And Aaron was greatly afraid of the people, and he ordered them to bring gold, and he made it into a molten calf for the people. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, before he had come down from the mount, Get you down, for your people, whom you did bring forth from Mizraim have corrupted themselves. They have made to themselves a molten calf. They have bowed down to it. Now therefore leave me, that I may consume them from off the earth, for they are a stiff-necked people. And Moshe besought the countenance of Yahuwah, and he prayed to Yahuwah for the people on account of the calf which they had made. And he afterward descended from the mount, and in his hands were the 2 sapphire stones, which Elohim had given to command Yasharel. And when Moshe approached the camp and saw the calf which the people had made, the anger of Moshe was kindled, and he broke the sapphires under the mounts. And Moshe came to the camp, and he took the calf and burned it with fire, and ground it till it became fine dust, and strewed it upon the water, and gave it to Yasharel to drink. And there died of the people by the swords of each other about 3,000 men who had made the calf. And on the morrow Moshe said to his people, I will go up to Yahuwah. Perchance I may make atonement for your sins which you have sinned to Yahuwah. And Moshe went up again to Yahuwah. And he remained with Yahuwah 40 days and 40 nights. And during the 40 days did Moshe entreat Yahuwah on the behalf of the children of Yasharel. And Yahuwah hearkened to the prayer of Moshe. And Yahuwah was entreated of him on behalf of Yasharel. Then spoke Yahuwah to Moshe to hold 2 sapphire stones and to bring them up to Yahuwah, who would write upon them the 10 Devarim. Now Moshe did so, and he came down, and he held the 2 sapphires, and went up to the Mount Sinai to Yahuwah, and Yahuwah wrote the 10 Devarim upon the sapphires. And Moshe remained yet with Yahuwah 40 days and 40 nights, and Yahuwah instructed him in commandments and judgments to impart to Yasharel. And Yahuwah commanded him respecting the children of Yasharel, that they should make a sanctuary for Yahuwah, that his name might rest therein. And Yahuwah showed him the likeness of the sanctuary and the likeness of all its vessels. And at the end of 40 days, Moshe came down from the mountain, and the 2 sapphires were in his hand. And Moshe came down to the children of Yasharel and spoke to them all the words of Yahuwah. And he taught them the Torah, commandments, and judgments which Yahuwah had taught him. And Moshe told the children of Yasharel the word of Yahuwah, that a sanctuary should be made for him, to dwell amongst the children of Yasharel. And the people rejoiced greatly at all the good which Yahuwah had spoken to them through Moshe. And they said, We will do all that Yahuwah has spoken to you. And the people rose up like one man, and they made generous offerings to the sanctuary of Yahuwah. And each man brought the offering of Yahuwah for the work of the sanctuary, and for all its service, And all the children of Yasharel brought each man of all that was found in his possession for the work of the sanctuary of Yahuwah, gold, silver, and brass, and everything that was serviceable for the sanctuary. And all the wise men who were practiced in work came and made the sanctuary of Yahuwah according to all that Yahuwah had commanded, every man in the work in which he had been practiced. Okay. So every work in which the man had been practiced, or each man had been practiced in, and all the wise men in heart made the sanctuary and its furniture and all the vessels for the holy service, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. And the work of the sanctuary of the tabernacle was completed at the end of 5 months. And the children of Yasharel did all that Yahuwah had commanded Moshe, and they brought the sanctuary and all its furniture to Moshe, like unto the representation which Yahuwah has shown to Moshe. So did the children of Yasharel. And Moshe saw the work, and behold, they did it as Yahuwah had commanded them. So Moshe blessed them. As Yahuwah directs, I'll come back and read 83. Shalom.